Join me as I make some homemade fresh milled durum pasta. Welcome to White Shadow Fare. Make it homemade and make it with love. So first off, I ordered this giant tub, 25 pounds of durum wheat. And if you don't have one of these bucket openers, so incredibly necessary. So if you're buying any sort of fresh milled flour products in big bins, you need one of those bucket openers. They're very cheap. Pick one up just about anywhere. Amazon is the easiest place for me. So the durum wheat is going to be yellow in color. It is larger in size than your regular red or white hard wheat. And this was incredibly clean for anything that I've ever ordered. So I was trying to make sure that there was showing you how clean it was. And of course, foolishly, I had a piece of string that fell in there from when I took it off the outside. So it was completely my fault. Whenever you order wheat, this is what it should look like. When people complain about getting all sorts of debris in their wheat product, I don't know what they are thinking. This is what it should look like. If you are ordering wheat and it is coming in with all sorts of debris, that's a place that is not doing a good job cleaning their wheat and probably shouldn't be ordered from again. And I needed 500 grams for what I was going to be making. So I measured out my 500 grams, and there you can see my beautiful mill, which is 15 years old. It still looks beautiful, still works like it's brand new. I haven't had to change the stones at all. I highly recommend this Como mill if you're looking for one that you want to have sitting out all of the time. I know I have several mills, but this is one that sits out and gets used frequently. So I love watching the wheat go in. I get mesmerized by this. I don't know if anybody else enjoys that, but mills are very loud. That is one thing that I don't like. And this is a little bit slow as far as milling goes, but everything comes out perfectly. So I was lucky enough to purchase this Philips pasta machine on Facebook Marketplace. So for about $25, I got a brand new, in the box, never been opened, Philips pasta machine. This is the 5,000 version. Right now they're selling the 7,000 version for a couple of $100s. I cannot afford that. It comes with several different dies to make different shaped pastas. So we've got sheet pizza if you wanted to make ravioli or lasagna. You've got linguine. You've got penne pasta here. I did make the penne pasta the one day with my granddaughter. We didn't really care for it. The penne was a little bit on the thick side in spaghetti. So we really like the linguine and the spaghetti side the best. But so far, I've just been making it with different things around my house, and I wanted to order durum wheat. So you just follow the instructions. It clicks into place. You tighten it up, and that's all there is. This machine is super easy to use. Just take the lid off and just give it a quick peek on the inside. There's a little thing that turns and mixes everything up. There's my durum wheat. You can see that it's a little more yellow in color than most wheats. And there's these slots on the lid that you're going to pour your liquid into slowly. Add all of my flour into the machine. I've made the mistake before of trying to pour it all in at one time and it just went everywhere. So now I just kind of start by adding a little bit of it, and then when it gets down, I go ahead and pour the rest in. And then you're going to need 200 grams of a liquid. I am doing 2 eggs and the rest will be water. I know some people do just water. Some people do a little bit of olive oil and water, but whatever you do, you need 200 grams of it in total. And on here, it shows you for a half recipe or a full recipe. I'm doing the full recipe here because I like to make mine in advance. I freeze it, and when I'm ready to use the homemade pasta, then I just pull it out. I have it frozen in packages, and I do it for the whole month. So I've only owned this for 1 month so far. So I'm actually making all of my pasta for the month. I've planned out my recipes for the entire month. That's just how I do it. I know that's not something everybody does, but you're going to run it for 3 minutes. And during this 3 minutes, it is just mixing the dough. Now, if you were using regular all-purpose flour, you would just run it for the 3 minutes and then you would let it extrude. But I am not doing that. So I'm slowly adding my egg and water mixture. I'm not just pouring it in all at once. I am going to feel pasta here in a minute or two. And it kind of feels like a damp sand, but I want it to stick together and not really fall apart all that easily. So I know that it needs a little bit more water. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon at a time until I get it to where it needs to be. You are better off making the pasta too dry because you can always add more water. It is so much harder if you make it too wet. So I added 1 tablespoon, still a little bit crumbly. I'm going to add another tablespoon, and then it's finally going to be absolutely perfect. The dough should stick together, but not form a giant dough ball inside the machine. Now, all of fresh milled flour is thirsty, and so it needs to have as much liquid, and it needs time to soak that liquid in. So after my 3 minutes and I've gotten it perfectly, I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes to hydrate that wheat. So my durum wheat is now semolina flour. So durum gets ground into flour, and that flour is called semolina flour. Durum just means hard, so hard wheat. In Italy, they call the flour semolina flour. So here's what I originally did for my pasta. I had a pasta maker that was a hand crank pasta maker. It had rollers at the front. You put a little bit of your dough in and you roll it out. Then you tighten it down a little bit, roll it more until you get it thin enough. And then at the back end, it will cut your pasta. This machine can be very time consuming. This is the Atlas brand, great brand, worked pretty good. I use it to make crackers and things, but it was a lot more work than this machine is. So I still have it. I still use it from time to time, and I can see that I will use it in the future. Because this hand crank model is a little bit more time consuming, I didn't find myself making pasta all that often. We had it maybe once a month. Now I think I'll be making pasta much more frequently. And of course, I started off by just rolling it out by hand and cutting it, and I always used a pizza cutter to cut it. So now that it has sat for 10 minutes, I'm going to mix for another 3 minutes and let the pasta begin to extrude after that. Notice it's not one big clump of a ball. If you've gotten it to a big clump, it's not going to come out correctly. Here it comes out, and oh gosh, just watching it is fun, seeing it come out of there. I use a bench cutter to cut the pasta to the length that we like. It came with like a mini bench cutter, but I'm using my metal bench cutter because I felt it was easier to use than the one that they provided. So here you can see it coming out of the machine, and it reminds me of the Play-Doh from when I was little. You would give the guy a shave and a haircut, and I think it's kind of just fun to watch. Anyway, I let it come out a certain amount, and then below it I have a baking sheet, and on that baking sheet I have Silpat sheet down there, and I'm just going to add a little bit of semolina flour on top of it. Anytime I ever made homemade pasta, I always used semolina flour to dust on top of it. That's just how I was taught to make homemade pasta. I'm sure that there's people who don't do that. That's just what I do. But it comes out, it does stick to each other a little bit, but I kind of grab it and throw it around a little bit, and most of it comes apart. Whatever doesn't come apart, within a few seconds I can pick it apart and once again dust it with the extra flour on the outside, and it comes out perfect. Towards the end, sometimes I need to stop the machine and move the dough forward. You can see that I am sprinkling the extra semolina flour that I made from my durum wheat on top of it, and any of the pieces that just stuck together, I'm just trying to show you that they pull apart pretty easily. I'm going to freeze this into small packages, and then as I'm going to use it throughout the course of the month, it's already made. I will pull it straight out of the freezer, put it into salted boiling water, and after 3 or 4 minutes of boiling, it will be fresh homemade pasta. So here you can see it on the tray, and I kind of pick it up and throw it around, and any of the clumps that stuck together, I just pull apart quickly. And this machine is very easy to clean. I pull out what I can using my finger, and then I let it sit out on the counter for a day or two, and everything else pops right out. If you put it in the sink and get it all wet, it's going to be a hot mess, take you forever. So I changed the die out and made the linguine shape for soup noodles that I needed and another pasta meal, and I wanted to show you what those look like. I just made a second batch of pasta, and I always take the first couple of inches off. It never comes out quite right the first time, so I take the first couple of inches off and then throw it back into the machine. And here I'm just doing short noodles, and those are going to be for some soup that I am making. These are going to be so delicious. They are tastier than regular noodles, and I don't plan on ever making store-bought noodles again, other than things like maybe macaroni. Now, they do sell different dyes, and maybe I'll get around to those. But as of right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I don't know that I would spend the full amount of money for this, because my hand crank machine for $8 that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, I could have used that. I didn't make it as frequently as I'm making this now, but it still was delicious. So here you can see these noodles are just slightly thicker, and I have enough for soup, and then I'm going to make some for a nice large dinner. When my granddaughter comes, she loves buttered noodles, so this is a good dinner for us. We have buttered noodles on the side because it makes her happy. Once again, I'm just tossing a little bit of semolina, which is just the ground durum wheat. And in Italy, they actually have a law that their dried pasta must be made from semolina wheat. Can't be sold unless it's semolina and water, and that's it, and they dry it. So this is the real deal. This is the stuff that you want to get, and the pasta tastes fantastic. I know some people use kamut, some people use hard white wheat, soft white wheat. This is what I'm going to be using. You don't need to own a machine to be able to make pasta. You're going to follow the same recipe, 500 grams of flour, 200 to 250 grams of a liquid, form a dough, and have extra flour to spread on the outside. It'll come out beautiful. This is the brand that I have been using for years just to dust my pasta with. This is my original hand crank pasta machine, and it still works great and only cost me $8. I hook it to the side of my counter. It has a hand crank, and you can find a lot of these secondhand. So if you want one, please look for one. They're not expensive. I've seen them even at Goodwill. And of course, rolling it out by hand and cutting it yourself is always a possibility. Thank you for joining me at White Shadow Fare. I hope you'll give homemade pasta a try.